I'm Brad Hansen here for West Coast Mazda. We're out here today at Mazda Canada's Western Regional Office. A lot of people have seen our videos and people want to know what is SkyActiv technology. So we've come out here today to speak with George Benda, technical trainer for Mazda Canada, to find out what is SkyActiv technology.
Well, safety is a two-part thing. One is avoiding the collision to begin with. The other one, obviously, is being able to survive it after you've unfortunately been in that collision. So we talked a little bit about the suspension and the steering, and obviously if you can maneuver, then that's already a good beginning. But in those instances where you just can't get out of a jam, or if you're surprised by what's happening, we've got a couple of things that we've got. We've got something now called Smart City Brake System, both on the CX-5 and on the Mazda 6, where when you get close to an object at lower speeds, somewhere up to about school zone speeds, the car will actually stop. The Smart City Brake System, that uses a laser sensor that's mounted in the windshield. And that laser sensor sends a laser beam out and senses that there's some kind of an object that's in front of you that's not moving, and then at a certain point it will start to step on the brakes a little bit, and if you still don't do anything, then it will apply the brakes with anti-lock brake force and you'll come to a sudden stop. It typically will detect a car or a wall or something large like that. A person is generally too small for it to see because, well, typically, first of all, they're too small if you're thinking of children. Number two, because of the clothing and the shape, you're almost acting like a stealth person, okay? So it doesn't get a good reflection back from that. Somebody with a shopping cart, a good metal object like that, certainly it will see that. But a motorcycle crossing you, yes. A motorcycle in front of you, no. Because typically motorcycles should be off to the side, and so because it's off to the side, it's going to miss seeing that. In the front of the car, behind the Mazda emblem, there is a radar transmitter and sensor, and it's sending a beam out in front of the vehicle somewhere in the neighborhood of about 300 to 500 feet, and it's using that to gauge how far those vehicles are ahead and whether you're closing on them and whether you're not. And the driver can control what distance he wants to put between him and the car in front. And so if the roads are a little bit slick, he can back off a little bit. If the roads are nice and dry, he can come forward a little bit, and that can be adjusted while the car is moving. The set speed is maintained even when you stop the car. So long as you don't turn the key off, the set speed is set, so you can come down and keep your cruise control on if traffic stops, like it so often does in stop-and-go highway driving. And then all you have to do is hit the resume button and you're back up to road speed again. And you don't have to worry about the cars in front of you climbing on their brakes and you being scared and moving into the ditch and things like that, because your car will take care of most of that.
Thanks again to George for taking the time out of his day to spend some time with us and explain really what is SkyActiv technology. I'm Brad Hansen for West Coast Mazda. See you again soon.